I know what you're thinking. What a beautiful background. Great lighting. This must be so expensive to set up. Ha! Honey, I have a secret. Listen up. This and this thrift shop, boo boo. And some of this here is from the dollar store. Oh my God, do you know how much stuff you could get at the dollar store, girlfriend? I could be at the dollar store for hours, hours. And so, no, this is not no professional expensive setup. And the reason why I'm bringing this up to you is because the core of this channel is in regards to that. You get to visualize what you want and create it with what you have. And so I know that the internet and all these things that you see on Instagram make you believe that you're not good enough, that you don't have it yet, that you're not ready. And I'm here to support you in thinking differently. Now, the women that are coming on the show for this season are powerhouse women, women that are going to share the story as to how they ended up starting their businesses or perhaps make a big decision in their lives. Basically, these women said yes to themselves. And that is what you need to do if that's where you are right now. Listen, I don't know where you are in your business right now or your life, but the one thing that I do know is that you and I both have a creative genius within us. And sometimes it takes others to discover what it is for you and help you out. And sometimes it's a big situation that happens in your life that make you realize, holy crap, I need to do something. Listen, life happens to all of us. That's the one thing I could tell you. The question is, what are we going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And so this channel is all about motivating you to either start or keeping you accountable to continue where you are right now and scale. It's also here to inspire you with the stories that you're going to hear from others and perhaps put you in a position where you're like, oh my God, this is me. And this is where she is. That's awesome. That means I can get there too. And you can. And so I am from the Caribbean. I'm Haitian. I speak French and Creole. I came to the United States to pursue my college education because that's what you do, right? You get out of high school and you're told, go to college to get your degree so you could get a corporate job. And that's what I did. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, I have two kids. And so I tell them all the time, they're little now, but I have one on her way to college very soon in a couple of years. And, we have this conversation all the time. How is college? Is college still important? Can you still get a job, a corporate job, a 9 to 5 nowadays? Everybody seems to be online doing this entrepreneurial thing, right? Do you still need an education to do things? And so that's another conversation we're going to have throughout this, this season or perhaps the next season. But, essentially what I want to share with you is that I did not plan to be here like this with you, watching you and you watching me. I actually had a different plan, and this is what happens in life too. We think we know what we're gonna be and what we're gonna have, and we work towards those goals, and yet, boo, it deviates, and you're like, oh, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be married before I was 30. Now I'm 35, and I don't even have a boyfriend. I was supposed to have my house paid off by the time I was 45. That was my plan. And I'm still in my apartment. What's going on? I wanted to have a business by the time I was 28, and I'm still trying to get another job right now. Yeah, that's life. And sometimes we set those goals and we don't meet them. And that's not because of us. That's because of what the universe has reserved for us. That's what I believe in because that's what happened to me. I went to college, graduated, went on and got my master's degree, invested time and energy in ensuring that I got myself great jobs so that I can move up the corporate America life, which I did. Do I regret any of it? Absolutely not. It was a great experience for me. In fact, a lot of what I've done has helped me build the business that I have now. And so here's another point for you. If you're still at a corporate job, first of all, kudos to you. because during these hard times, getting a job is very challenging. And if you have one right now, I say embrace it. You're lucky to have a job right now. You know why? Because you have the opportunity to invest your time and energy into your dream. That's what I did. When I decided to say yes to myself back in 2015, not knowing how I was going to do it, but I knew that I needed to do it. And I had this push in me. I was like, okay, I gotta figure this out. And I'll be honest with you, I searched for anything online that was free. Any tools to help me build a website for free. Any way I can show up online for free and still be able to gain business for myself. And that is why I'm saying there is a lot of information on the internet. If you ask me, you and I have the opportunity to create a wonderful life using the internet. Sometimes I think crazy and I say to myself, my goodness, what if there's no Wi-Fi in the world? What if the internet just disappears? What are people going to do? I pray every day that this doesn't happen, because Instagram could go away, Facebook could go away, but give me the internet, because without the internet, how are you going to connect? And that's the thing. Online gives you the opportunity to connect. And when you connect, you're able to impact. And when you impact, that means you're serving. And when you're serving, that means you have people that are here wanting more of you, more of your service. And so my story was this. I got frustrated with the idea of the corporate America system. And I said to myself, is this really what I want to do for the rest of my life? Is it a 2% raise? I don't know. What about annual reviews? I used to stress about those. I don't anymore. Writing those reviews. But anyway, corporate America. We'll have to talk about this in another episode. But here's the thing. This is from a thrift shop. The ring light is very inexpensive. Webcam is very inexpensive. And so I'm in my dining room. I used to be in my bedroom, and then I moved in the basement, and then now I'm like in the dining room. And so it's not about what fancy things you have. It's about how you're setting up yourself for success so that you can show up, connect, and impact, right? And so when I decided to say yes to the internet, say yes to showing up online and marketing on those social media platforms that you're probably using, most of them or one of them or some of them for free, I said to myself, okay, is this an expensive hobby right now, or is this really something that I can monetize? And that's the bump that we, often get to, where we're like, okay, it's really cool to post a selfie on Instagram and have all these people put hearts and comments, but it would be nice if those hearts and comments could be, things that I could bring at the bank and say, can I cash this? I don't know about you, but when I went to the bank and said I had whatever followers and likes and comments and engagement, I was told you can't cash out likes. Okay. Not a true story, but I'm just saying, you get it, right? You can't cash out likes on social media to the bank. And so that's when I started thinking, I'm like, but it's a lot of work to take those photos and post on Instagram and doing all this stuff. I need to be able to bring in income so that I can maintain this. And if not, bring income so that I can profit from it, and bring income that I know that I was able to impact others with, right? And so that's when the challenge started for me. And so if you're there right now and you're thinking to yourself, my goodness, I know the pain of, first of all, having to do this while working a day job. Mind you, I have 2 kids. So if you're a mother and you're thinking of starting a business, or you're currently online doing business and having a day job and you're like frustrated, I totally can understand your pain, because it's not easy. As much as you see people on social media telling you it's super easy, girlfriend, let's keep it real. It ain't easy, because I don't know about you. I get to clean my tub. I get to clean my dishes every day. I'm the one doing it all, and I get to show up here and talk to you. Is it possible? Absolutely. What does it take? It takes you saying yes, and it takes you to watch this channel, because I'm bringing on powerhouse women this season to talk to you about their stories, in hopes that you're going to be inspired to stay motivated. Okay, if you're already diving into and investing into you, or perhaps inspire you to get started. Self-development is key in any aspect of our lives, okay? Whether you want to have a better marriage, or you want to finally be a great mom or have kids, or whatever you want, it starts with you. And that's why I call this, we're going to unleash the creative genius within you, because we all have it. We all have a creative genius. And so it takes you to challenge yourself and start thinking, oh my God, how can I create this? And so when I started online, I was like, I want to show up, but I don't know what to do. And I just kept looking and searching and asking myself, what excites me? Ask that question. Even if you're already in business, ask yourself that question. What excites me? That's what I did. And I said, oh my gosh, I love colors. I love design. I love hotels. And I started thinking I love eating and all of this stuff. And it started developing. And when the universe has your back, Gabby Bernstein, hey, I met her. She's amazing. And I'm sure you know her, right? If you know her, tell me. Just go like this. I know I can't see you, but seriously. That was my first book that I've ever read that I was like, hold on a minute. So you mean to tell me if I say yes to myself and I show up for myself all day, every day, and I pour into my cup all day, every day, I can create the life that I want? And the thing about it is, we get caught up in creating the life that we want. 10K months, 20K months, and that holds us back because we're looking at the money. I've been there where I'm like, I need to make that money. And I was not making that money. And it's when I shifted the mindset of I want to make that money, instead to let me see what's up online. What's going on with you when you. Let's chat. To helping that. Instead, everything shifted. And I'm saying this because we're going to be talking about this, and you're going to hear it from the stories of these women, of the mindset shift that occurs once we say yes to ourselves. And so once I said yes to myself in 2018, I get an email. Who calls anybody anyway? I don't even have a landline. I get an email from Facebook, and they're like, hey. I'm like, what? Who? No, this is a scam. They're like, no, we're Facebook. We're emailing you because we were looking for people in your local area so that we can invite them to apply to become a speaker at our event, at the Facebook Boost Your Business event. And I was like, no way. You don't want this girl from the Caribbean trying to figure out the internet, not even making money yet, working a crazy corporate job, 2 kids. You don't want this crazy person. Like, no, we want you. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Don't. Okay, I got you. What do I need to do? And I applied, and I was like, all right, whatever, we'll see what happens, right? And sure enough, a couple of weeks later, I got an email saying, hey, we want to talk to you. Got on the call with Facebook representatives taking care of the event to do an interview. A couple of days later, I got an email saying, you are invited to be one of the 4 speakers at the event. Oh my God. So that proved to me, again, that when you and I decide that we say yes to ourselves, everything comes, okay? And it's not gonna come like this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to think, okay, I'm gonna say yes to myself today for this big mastermind that I wanna do. I'm gonna say yes to myself today to start that business online and get clients in like 2 days, and it's gonna happen. I don't know if this ever happened to anybody else, but it didn't happen for me. It takes time. And so when that happened, I was like, hold up. This is something. And so remind yourself of the things that are happening in your life, okay? Or that have happened in your life, good or bad. And ask yourself, what was the lesson here for me? Okay? I don't call failures. I call them experiences, okay? And so go back and check and see what you've done in your life, in your relationship with your finances and all of that. And ask yourself, what did I learn from this? What can I do better now for myself? Because, sweetheart, you and I are on this earth for one time, okay? So, by the way, don't laugh at me if you hear the French accent and the Creole, because English is a language that I learn. My mother language is French and Creole, and so sometimes my accent is going to come out, but hopefully you don't mind. But seriously, though, we have one life. At the end of the day, you and I are going under, same place. And so hopefully same place. And so my point is this, okay? I'm not going to keep you any longer, but here's the thing. You got to visualize to create the life that you want, and you got to be willing to connect with others and supporting others and really truly have this community mindset in you and this willingness to serve, because that's what it takes. And you got to be disciplined, right? And so I'm hoping that by watching this channel this season and the upcoming seasons, and hopefully you'll stick around here, is that I show up to support you to do that, to get better at your life and better in your business. Okay, that's my goal. And within life, it's a lot of things. It's your health, it's your mindset, and in business, it's your finances, right? It's a lot of things that we have to juggle as human beings, especially women. And so I know how challenging it could be. It's been for me, but I'm excited. I'm excited to do this with you and walk you through personally my journey, and also the ones of the other women that are going to show up here and share with you what's happened with them and how they've been able to pivot and give you the motivation and the inspiration that you need right now, because I know you do. And so I appreciate you watching this. I cannot wait to see you again, and visualize and create. We are here, and I'm here to help you unleash the creative genius within you. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.